Yo, 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 what's good, my people? It's your boy Jason Gooner back in the hot seat one more time. And you know, it's the EPL review show, week 16. You already know, Jason Gooner. So we're representing, no matter what happened with the side, we always are there representing. So we're back again, people, back at it. And yeah, we're going to discuss the EPL week 16, all 10 fixtures, mad weekend of games, some crazy results. It was a rough week for all the people that took part in the predictions. Not many good results for us this week. So yeah, normally that means there was some crazy things that happened in the Premier League this week. So we're going to go through it all, people. Yes, the good calls, the bad calls, the controversies, the coaching decisions. Yes, because there are a lot of coaching decisions this week we're going to talk about. So yeah, it's going to be a good show, people. Yeah, man, strap yourselves in, get you a nice cool beverage, and we're there to discuss some EPL action for the weekend, people. You don't know the thing up. We're on YouTube, so you have to always smash the like button. As soon as you enter, you come in like, I don't know what to call it. What's something you need every day? Ooh, goal. Marshall score. D1 championship. Big upset. Bless up CK. Yeah, man, became a member. Blessings. Respect, bro. Respect, bro. Yeah, man, everything helps, you know? Yeah, man, big up yourself, CK. When the show take off, when the channel take off, you'll really remember them people, you know? CK, Nick, Damian, Leroy Smart. Yeah, man, all of them remember them from early. Trust me. I want to get some big up down. Yeah, man, that make sure that's starred and people know. So respect CK. That is a way you can support the channel, people. You can just join the channel. I think it's like $1.99 a month, and it's just a way to support the channel and keep the lights on. You see me? Yeah, people. Yeah, people. Every mickle make a muckle, as them say. Blessings, Jamrock. What you say, bro? We're outside, you know. Up in a Red Skull. Every time, you know, my Dan. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Red Skull. Yeah, Red Skull. Why? May I stop pre you pick them, you know? Cause it's a couple week. Well, no, you get better than my pick them, you know. So may I stop pre. Big up yourself, Red Skull. All right, so we're not wasting time, you know, people. The people them soon start roll out when them see say we're live. See? But go and smash the like button as you enter and share it as well. If you're not, I know in some group where them talk football, make them know say, yo, you find a show where, you know, the brother who are the host, him have sense. He might break down the ball game, you know? Yeah, man. So I'll get right into it, you know. First game of the week, you know, and the worst game for talk about, you know, as a Gunners fan, you know. So they're supposed to have an idea. Say, what go on. All right, so Jamrock asks a question. I'm gonna answer him, you know. I'm gonna answer him, you know. All right, so before we start talk about the Arsenal game, I'm gonna answer him. So, see the question here. Why is it the JPL organizers so spiteful to Cavaliers? All right. Me there talk about this today, you know. And I think speed have a point in that I don't see what the rush is to make sure that Cavalier reach the same amount of game as everybody else so early. You know what I mean? Like, what is the rush to make sure that after round one done, which is 13 matches, everybody depend 13? If you have 39 games in the season, it can stretch to a little further than them catch up. You know what I mean? And on the flip side to that now, Jamrock, the organizers just a try make sure that them stay close as possible because them know say throughout the season them gonna have midweek fixtures as well. You understand? So them know right now there's a time where the JPL is pretty much weekend. So them try to get them in now. And as far as me can see in a world football, if you're a top club that play in multiple leagues or multiple competitions at one time, you're going to play games every 3 to 4 days, which is what Cavalier been doing, you know, since. So in a way, it's rough. I think them could have stretched it out a little more. Maybe don't give them 3 weeks in a row where them have game in a midweek, you know. Give them 2, give them a week off and then do it the next time, you know. Them could have stretched it out a little more for real. But I don't know if it's a spiteful thing. I think it's just something where them have to go analyze for the future, because if them want Jamaican teams forget far in them competition, yeah, you know, by virtue of Cavalier winning this competition, next year they might have 4 JPL teams can make the Caribbean thing. And then what if the 2 side them go to final? That means 2 of them are going to play the Champions Cup now. So them are going to figure out a balance. Them not have to go overboard and just push out every game for Cavalier till when them want to play. But them can also have reason as well. Them not for try to kill them off, you know. And I think Cavalier as well have to adjust them standard as far as squad size too, because you have to account for certain things happening. Yes, players going to get injuries if you're playing more games than normal. That's just a part of football. That's what every team around the world are deal with. So, you know, balance is everything. Don't know Jamrock, it's hard on Cavalier. Yes, it's hard on Cavalier, but it's hard. It's meant to be hard on you if you're the best team and you're playing the most competition. You can't just take out the fact that you have games to play in your league as well. You can't just put them on forever. And I think them never have to try fit them all in right now. But you don't want to get 2-3 games behind the other teams throughout the season, you know. It is very unfair for them to play so much games in just a short time. Yeah, it's unfair to a lot of footballers around the world, Jamrock. We complain about it, but we string up a TV and watch Champions League Wednesday, and then play Sunday, and then play Tuesday, or Saturday and Tuesday, and then play Saturday again. So teams around the world are do it. Fox can't believe them let me down. Yeah. Them play foolishness, brother. Madness. Liverpool, the best league in the world, have a game in hand. Yeah, one. But Cavalier was on like 11 game. And everybody else was on 14 or 13. So that's more than one. Luckiest team this week. Now, man, Liverpool make them own luck, man. The difference here, them have 10 man, and I see more attacking out of the Liverpool match in a injury time than Arsenal entire game with 11 versus Everton when I try even do nothing. Liverpool just lucky this season, only beat Arsenal once in 3 seasons. I can't believe the man them waiting on Cavalier and all other teams is just sitting down waiting on Cavalier to play one match. Robertson, mash up my FPL. Yeah, me never touch none of them people there, brother. Cause Fulham a move decent, brother. And I love them love card up Arsenal when them drop points, you know. But you notice all the team them will drop points, Arsenal drop points too. Besides Everton. Because Everton them lose to Southampton, so that was just a disgrace. But all the other team, them Fulham, Bournemouth, them slap up other teams too. How much games did Cavaliers play in 9 days? Alright, you want to see that? Let me show you. So Cavalier. Look upon them games. So this is how it go. So the 3rd, 8th, 15th. Alright, so let me show you. Oh, go on. So say Cavalier. Hold on there. Move that comment here. Alright, see Cavalier game them here. So November 26. Okay, so that was the first leg. Alright, second leg, the 3rd of December. Them fly out on the 5th, I think it was, which was the Thursday. Whatever, travel. Friday. 6. Recovery 7th. You know, little activation, you know. Probably get some tactics for the Mullines team. Easier session. Play the game on the Sunday. That are the 8th, right? Recovery on the 9th. That are Monday. Tuesday again. Wednesday are the 11th. And then play Thursday, which are the 12th. beat Arnett. So City, play the final, play 2 games and win the 2 of them. Now them have a 3rd game on the 15th, which was what? When them play Chapelton. Because the 12th was the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Sunday again, them play Chapelton, lose 3-1. So after the Chapelton game, now him start complaining about the fixtures. So what if them did win? Him would I complain about it again? Or what? Look, I not say it no difficult, but I just say, if you look around the world, teams that do this, and again, could this Arnett game have been played the next time? Perhaps, yes. But it is what it is. It is what it is. 22, 29. And now them gone back to them regular thing. See? 1 week, 1 week, one. So them just have this one little time where them do that. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Them alright, brother. Anyhow, like we get back to why we're there tonight, people. Premier League review. First game, I forgot to talk about the damn Gunners right away. Like up the stream, people. Like up the stream. Like up the stream. Them play on Tuesday, then them never play again till must say the Sunday. Then them play on the Thursday. Then them play on the Sunday. Then I'm gonna play again on the Thursday. And then I'm gonna play again on the Sunday, I believe. So yeah, them have a run of games right now. I feel like one big fool can't even lie. Why me never predict United to win? Reverse psychology work for every game. Yeah, true thing, You say they're gonna try a next style. Them have every day, I think they had a 2-day in between or 3-day every time. It's not fair. Yeah, boy, I not say it no fair, but them say sport is a reflection of life, And you tell me if life fair. The whole of them a play a game. Big up yourself, Nigel. It's the price you pay when you're a good team. Yeah, so me see it. You gotta have more game. So get a few more players in your squad. Players need time to recover after games. Absolutely, but that's why you have a squad. That's why you can't want to play the same 11 every time. I mean, if you only build a squad to have 11 players that you truly trust to win your game, then there's some flaw in that. Honestly, Everton well rested. Yeah, as a factor. Definitely was a factor in the game, I think. All I know, when Wolves give me hope, they take it away. Big up yourself, Africans. Big up yourself. And every other teams in the league sitting down, not playing. Yeah, it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. Did I have to just go out the door, go staring at the sky after Nunes decided to take out the Hala? Arteta makes stupid sub still. That causes to draw the match. Sean Dash masterclass says Chile. All right, so yeah, make we veer this show back on course. But respect Jamrock for bringing that up, because it was something on my mind today, and I had a discussion with some other folks about it. But let's get into the business at hand. So first thing, right? You see the score 0-0. This stat is something called attack momentum that Sofa Score uses, and I want you to read this. It is a new and unique way to follow your favorite games live. Using a complex algorithm, we are able to bring you very accurate insight into the course of the game. Peaks on the graph are showing the pressure of a team throughout the match. So basically, it measures pressure. So the high period of pressure is going to be all the way up to the top of the screen, or the top of the little graph. And of course, the closer to the middle it is not really that much pressure, right? So I want you to look at this, people. I'm going to make it larger. Look at this. This is incredible, people. 2 little blue dot and 1 little, can't even call it a dot, a line right here, so for the entire 90 plus minutes. And still, that 0-0. You know why it was doubly annoying? I can't remember any spell of the match where Pickford was just like making brilliant saves. Pickford didn't have to do much. He had like 2 proper saves to make the entire game. Blessings, pristine, wagwan. Yeah, man, bless up Africans. Everton attack momentum looking like Man City's recent form. Yeah, brother. This needs to be studied, people. Look at this. Like, they didn't do anything. They didn't even, boy, I don't know. It was crazy. But again, you leave this game as an Arsenal fan thinking, like, we got what we deserved. We did not cause enough problems. We didn't ask enough questions. Apart from Bukayo Saka in attack, not a soul looked like they were really up for it, really trying to get something done. And it was just barely glimpses of the Arsenal play that you would think you would see. I remember one period of play where we had a nice composed build-up. The ball got to Havertz, finally dropped into a half space, collected the ball, turned upfield, played a reverse pass to Saka, got by Mikolenko, got by Branthwaite, and that was probably the clearest chance of the game when he cut it back to Odegaard, and it was good defending. I think Odegaard just not trusting his right foot, probably could have hit it one time, but put it on his left, lined it up, and it was a block and Pickford. Both of them got it over the bar somehow. And then the only other save of note I can remember Pickford making was Saka early in the second half, off the volley, a deflected, attempted cross, and he took it out of the air. And Pickford made a good save low to the near post to put it behind for a corner. So, other than those 2 times, though, I don't remember Pickford doing anything of note in the game. Typically, if it's a 0-0 with this much attack momentum, Pickford would be the man of the match. He would have a 9 point something, 15 saves and all kind of madness. But if you look at Pickford's stats, this should tell you everything. He made 5 saves. I mean, for that much possession, that much momentum, that much field tilt, every metric you want to think of in football for attacking, Arsenal dominated. For him only to have 5 saves, definitely not good enough. He needs to be in double digits for that much domination. Look at the stats, people. Look at this. So we had 1.22 expected goals to their 0.09. You know how hard it is to play an entire match and keep the other team under 0.20 or 0.15 or something. That's 0.09. That's nothing. But again, for us to only have 1.22 with 77% possession, that much attack momentum, it's terrible. We only made 1 big chance in the entire game. That's a problem. 13 shots to 2. But I'll show you, I bet you the on target is pretty close. I bet you any money. 5 saves, Look at the passes. Quadruple how many passes? No, triple how many passes they had basically. Look at all those shots in the box. Barely tried any shots outside the box. We should have had 20, 30 shots. But we didn't want to take any shots outside the box. This one was blocked and this one went wide. That was another decent half chance for Odegaard. I remember that one. Yep, 12th minute. Yeah, so just a shambles, people. And we're going to get to Arteta in a minute. One big chance miss out of the chances that we did create. The big chance, we did miss it, right? They only had 8. They had less than 10 touches in the area. You see where the ball was on the field of play. This is Arsenal's defensive third, Everton's attacking third, midfield, and they're in their box basically where we lived. In the final third, look at all these pass attempts. Look at the height of the accuracy of them as well. We double them up in entries. So that's basically, and even this 38 is troubling to me, because we had the ball a lot. So that simply means we're not winning the ball high enough up the pitch. Because they shouldn't have no 38 entries for the amount of possession they had. So that means we're just falling back into our mid block every time. which I don't understand. We used to try to win the ball back in the other team's third way more than we do now. Something to look at as an Arsenal fan. You know, duels, they out-dueled us in the game. We had the aerials on lock though. And yeah, I mean, this man never even have no goals prevented stat because him never do anything. I think he made one save early in the game from the core. Probably their best attack of the game in the first 10 minutes, I think it was. But yeah, poor result. Let's analyze the substitutions and the squad. So this was the starting 11 that he went with. Pretty much the starting front three: Martinelli, Havertz, Saka, Odegaard, Rice, and Marino was what he went with. So no Partey in midfield. Timber and Miles Kelly. I thought Miles Kelly did well for his first start ever in the Premier League. I was actually surprised when they took him out, actually, because I didn't think he was playing badly. Gabriel was back, which was great. He had a good game. And Saliba as well. I think they pretty much handled most things that Everton did. Basically, they just had to stop one person. It was Calvert-Lewin, and then Brocha did come in and, you know, cause a little bit of problems a couple times, but nothing that caused too much problems. And then I think on the Everton side, I thought the whole back line played decent. That Mikalenko, even though he got beat a few times, you know, at least made Saka work for everything that he got on the day in terms of creation. So he was decent. And I thought Tarkowski and Brantwaite pretty much clear out everything. I forgot to look at something, the stats for the crosses. Yeah, I had to take about, I don't know how many crosses would I take. Yeah, 28. I knew it was a high number. At one point, we just were whipping in crosses like we had Miroslav Klose at forward and not Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is tall, you know, but he's not like a dominant aerial, you know. He has to time his run perfectly to win headers in the box. If he's standing still, he ain't winning nothing, or he ain't getting no power on the header. But yeah, I thought the substitutions. So that was the starting team. Now, on 62 minutes, Odegaard, who I thought was having not his best game, honestly, not his best game. And when it happened, I could kind of understand slightly why he took him off. Now, in hindsight, looking back, when I really analyze it though, there was no need for us to have the type of midfield balance that we normally have at this stage of the game when he made this sub. Everton, it was quite clear once they had something to hold on to in that second half, they could care less about countering us or anything. They literally just dropped into their shell and said, we're going to defend out this 0-0. So instead of going like for like with Jorginho and Rice and Nwaneri and Odegaard, how about you take Marino off, right? And you bring on Nwaneri for him. And that way you can play with Odegaard maybe a little deeper and you put Nwaneri on that right side with Saka to kind of try to combine. You put Odegaard on the other side, because if you're whipping in crosses, that's another left footer over there that can whip in some crosses, right? I think Declan Rice was tiring, so a lot of people got upset about Jorginho for Rice. I would have brought Partey on for Rice right there, because I think at least, you know, Partey is going to add that drive from midfield, that line breaking pass that might get us into the attacking third faster, which I think was a big issue for us all game long. We took too long to get into the attacking third. I think at times Saka was dropping deep and just taking the ball to the attacking third by himself, just trying to get us going. But yeah, that's what I would have done differently. You know, I would have brought on Partey for Rice since he asked to come off. That's what the coach said in the press conference. And Odegaard, I would have kept him on, if it's even for 10 more minutes, just to try something else, put him in another position and take off Marino then and bring on Nwaneri then, right? And then in the 69th minute now, he took off Skelly and brought on Partey. So I was thinking, okay, you're going to a back three and you're just dropping Partey in the midfield. Maybe Partey plays a little more advanced because Jorginho is already on. But what he does is he puts Timber to left back, puts Partey at right back. So he just does a like for like, basically. a fullback for a fullback, which I didn't understand. Then he brought on Jesus from Marino. Now, what I thought he was gonna do was just play 2 strikers, right? But what ended up happening? Havertz drops back to midfield. So again, it's like a like for like. He just dropped a midfielder back, took off the striker, brought another striker, and then he did another like for like sub, Trossard for Martinelli. So we're beating a dead drum, beating a dead drum, beating a dead drum, and every one of his subs were like for like substitutions. That to me didn't make much sense on the day. Just leave Havertz up front with Jesus. Let Jesus do the roaming, keep Havertz up in the head, in the top to occupy the center backs, and you let Jesus operate in the half space and try combine with him or get peel out wide to the left. That way Trossard can cut inside, get closer to goal like he wants to do, but it just wasn't enough change in the pattern. We just kept trying to do the same thing over and over and over and just beating this dead drum. So I think it's cause for concern for Arteta, because I don't know if the banter and the set piece FC getting in his brain, but it almost seemed like the flow is gone from the team. We're not moving the ball. We're not. It just looks too contrived. It looks too, I don't know what it looked like. Yeah, Sterling is at Arsenal, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, brother. I don't know. So let me check in with the chat, because I just went on a rant. And that's a calm rant, I don't want to watch social media and all these reactions. I might be the calmest ranter, but that was a rant still. Demo, watch out for Chelsea. Yeah, I forget Demo though, for real though. Frustrating, you fuck Arsenal let me down, man. I tell you. Yeah, I'm gone past the time, so I can curse. JPL organizers, them need to do better than that. Cavalier did a great job for our national league and improve our league ranking in the region. They should not be treated so unfairly. All right, Jamrock. Well, petition the JFF committee guy, competition people, them. Bless Arteta. Cranky's feeling so vindicated right now. He's like he's the only one that could see the problem. Chelsea fans, coach and staff talking about they're not in a title race. Make sure it stay that way when Arsenal pass you guys, and they will. All right, Red Skull, tell them Red Skull. What do you mean? Gunners not going anywhere. I'm tired of them inconsistent playing, win, draw, win, lose. Yeah, we move like I don't know where we move like. I saw this stat today that Brighton play them last 180 games, and they have won 60, drawn 60, and lost 60. That's crazy, Symmetry. Jason, not lie. Boy, Martinelli should go to prison. Man can't even pass 39-year-old Ashley Young. Horrible. Yeah, that was a thing. That was a narrative on social media for sure. Ashley Young is like a grandfather, and Martinelli can't dribble past him. I saw this compilation of Martinelli, and it was like, what happened to him? And it was from like the COVID year and the year after that. When him there were 35, them Martinelli, they have problem, man. Them sometimes I just wish them never change them number, Saka is like the only one. Him did have 87, him a move bad. Him have 77, him a move bad. Then him go to, I think, he wear 17 one time. I'm going to go straight from 77 to 7. Can't remember. But either way, any number Saka wear, him a play good. Back 4 perfect for Arsenal. Arsenal don't have a lot of attacking player, but they beat majority of back 6 teams. Top 6 teams. Yeah. Kai a trash. He good off the bench. Yeah, I mean, you see, the problem though, Jesus is just like forgotten how to play football. So you can't, who you going to start up front if you don't start Havertz? You trust Jesus to start? No. I hear people saying, why not try Martinelli through the middle? Maybe. I mean, you might as well try something at this point. Might as well. How old is Bradwaite, Everton CB? I think he is 22. I think. Let's see. Yeah, 22. Good guess. Yeah, him need a run of games now, because I was thinking he might be a player that you could go after, but I need some consistency now, because a lot of times some young CB get injured, and when them forward again, it's not quite the same. I see him get carved up a couple times in the last game. Tarkowski was better than him not even the rankings, just eye test. You could tell Tarkowski was a little more on form. Oh, it go. Game birds. Game birds. Keep you cool. It was a good week for you though. But we soon find out if you're the champ. Fuck, bro, correct. Big up, big up, big up. Why Benjamin on form? Partey being dropped was a mistake. Good one, Arteta. Yeah, the only thing I could think for Partey's not starting is like, Partey is a guy where, him give 4 games in a row, and by the 5th game, him a pull up with something. So maybe him just a monitor, him been playing right back every game. So maybe that's the only thing I could say. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen. I want Partey play midfield, brother. If you never start him at right back this time, put him in a midfield then. Nobody understands his game management. However, he's a genius, so not surprising that we don't get it. Yeah, he'll tell you that you're lacking the vision, but he can't tell you that if him don't win something soon or this year. He has to win something this year. Has to. Arteta not good enough, says Game Birds. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to argue against somebody telling you that Arteta is not the right coach for Gunners. We need to move away from him and get a better coach. Yeah, again, it's hard to argue against that narrative right now, for sure. Red Skull saying panic. Yeah, he's there. Arteta out. Yeah, it look like they must say it, Him soon end up like him boss pet. Just wait and see. Well, if him scratch him head, you're not going to see it because him have here. But maybe him here will start drop out. Yes, cuz good weekend results considering the Robertson early red card. Chelsea look like they want to win it all. Yeah, that's a Liverpool fan there acknowledging Chelsea's presence, Arsenal not good enough to win the league. Game birds say them not good enough, Would take Ashley Young over Walker right now. For real, though. We haven't played the other day. Yeah, if I agree with that, we only need 3 points. We're not in the title race. There's a blue fan. Jesus is a winger. I don't know how we take him from City for run striker. Yeah, that's true too. Maybe Jesus not play the level where I'm supposed to play because we are playing in the middle and if we play wide. Maybe. People always say that for 2 seasons now, so we're not good enough, them youthful CV we want in the national team. We need to move away from them and lower more players in the national team. Yeah. No, man. Havertz trash. Man has been getting bare ratings this whole season. No, I'm not saying Havertz is trash. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, sometimes you just need to roll, shuffle up the deck a little bit, try something else. But it's been 300 minutes and no open play goal in the league. So Arteta dropped the 3-0 against Monaco and the 5-5 whatever against Sporting, and that's, if you don't watch Champions League, you would know. This is Martinelli's 6th year in the PL. However, he has regressed. So we need to think of alternatives. Yeah. It's crazy too, because if you were to ask me 4 years ago, which one of Martinelli and Saka would be like bigger, it was a difficult answer, Yeah, man. And to see how wide a gap has formed between those two players is crazy. It's crazy. Because I remember Klopp used to always mention Martinelli first whenever he was talking about Arsenal players. Always. "300 minutes rookie numbers. Grealish not scoring a calendar year, for real. Arteta scouting poor. Tell Liverpool fans say the EPL title don't win in just 15 games. Yeah. Hey, Everton deserves some credit. Absolutely. I mentioned how well Tarkowski and Branthwaite did, how well Ashley Young did with Trossard and Martinelli. I mentioned how even though Saka played well, Mikalenko at least made him work. You know what I mean? I think Idrissa in midfield was very good. Mangala and Dokore did their work as well. And I thought Ndai put in a shift. I mean, he basically was playing left back. Literally was constantly right there with Mikalenko. So they were very, very disciplined. And sometimes it's hard to do that for the entirety of the game. And I must say, for all the game, they were disciplined. It wasn't any lapses. Anything Arsenal created, it was because we did something to create it. They didn't give us anything. So yeah, they deserve their credit as well. I love this comment because it's true. They do deserve their credit. Bless up, Duke. Wagwan. Can't wait for Chelsea. I got laugh, Watch Liverpool and Chelsea now win, bro. Red Skull now hold no meds, man. Kai is a donkey. Thank you, Arsenal, 65 mil. Nah, man. Kai ain't no donkey, man. One of the best play we do all game. Kai start the whole play. So I won't call the man a donkey, none at all. He's a good player, bro. He's just not what. I mean, he's just not Isak. He's not that type of player at all. But he ain't no donkey. He's a good player, bro. Technically incredible. I can't believe how much teams is very poor in EPL and Gunners can't even be a contender. Yeah, look, all is not lost, people. The season not done. I think this EPL is gonna be mad. I think there's a lot of teams that are actually really good in the EPL now. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of teams are going to run into roadblocks. I don't think. See, the problem is you have to have a stretch of the season where you are pretty much unbeatable, right? We're seeing Chelsea now. I think they have 5 wins in the league in a row. If they can tack on 4 more wins in a row, 9 games in a row winning, that is the type of run that you have to put together to win this league. We've seen Liverpool do it now once. We're seeing Chelsea approach those type of levels in a row of 3 points. Arsenal will have to put together something similar to what they did last year and the year before, where they had 10 games in a row where they win every game, or 9 wins, 1 draw in 10, something like that. And I think if they have a run like that, then they'll be right there in the Premier League. The problem is, right now, I don't see how they're going to make a run like that. I just don't see it. I would agree with that. He's not clinical enough. I would agree with that. I think Havertz in front of the goal does not inspire the most confidence. But I feel like why I thought Havertz made sense for us and why I still think he makes sense for us is we have 2 players wide of him that want to get in behind and get the ball in behind. For whatever reason, I don't see that type of combination from Havertz turning and playing through players like Saka and Martinelli on a more frequent manner. Because I think that's really what can happen with Kai Havertz in the center. He's going to attract the 2 center backs because he drops off to collect. Once he gets turned or he's on the half turn and he can just pivot and play that diagonal on the shoulder, Martinelli, on the shoulder, Saka, which is how, as I said, we got the best chance we got in the game, the one big chance. It was Havertz doing what I'm talking about, cutting it in behind, and Saka was behind Mikalenko and we nearly scored that way. Best chance of the match. So his skill set works with the players around him. It's just gone stale right now. So we have to have a plan B, which I don't think Arteta either trusts, or I don't know if he's fully developed the plan B. I'm not sure because it looks like he hasn't. Chelsea will lose next week. If you're honest to yourself, Gunners is not convincing me. No way. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. Where I said I'm going to lose to Everton. That's who they play next week? Nah, I doubt it. Chelsea going to create too much chance on that team. All right, enough for Gunners. Sure. Brought my vibes. Needed to win that damn game, man. All right, so this match was a madness as well. 2-2, Liverpool and Fulham. And this right here, people kind of proved the point of like, damn, Robertson got a 3. That's one of the lowest I've ever seen. All right, so this was a craziness, people. So not only do Liverpool concede first at Anfield, but 5 minutes after conceding, Andy Robertson fouls Harry Wilson running through on goal. Straight red card. So Liverpool down to 10 men, I think 16 minutes into the match, down 1-0. And They somehow end up drawing this match 2-2. And they were down twice in this game, people. So they go down. Then out of the second half, they come out like a rocket ship. Ended the first half well as well. Come out in the second half, get the goal early. Gakpo, far post. We've seen this goal like 2-3 times now. Salah with the perfect angle on the ball to the back post. Gakpo this time with his head beats Lennon near post. Then Fulham have their spell after that goal where they look like they might score again. It goes back and forth, and then finally, Anthony Robinson again had the assist for the first goal for Andreas Pereira at the back post. Second goal, this man is so fit. Yo, the man run. I think he started this sprint to get open for this pass. I think it was end up being, I think, Iwobi playing a reverse pass to him. I'm not sure who played it, but he ran past, like, he ran from his own third, past half line, run past midfielders, forwards, everybody to go underlap and get this ball. It gets to him, he chases it down, cuts it back, and Muniz, who had come on for Jimenez, slots it home at the far post. So, at that point now, 2-1, I think that was like the 80th minute, the 76th minute. And then Liverpool just, it's like, I don't even know, like, they have 10 men, and it's like they had 11 and the other team had 10. The energy levels, the sprints, the runs, make movements for each other. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the intensity that they played this game with, it's like, I want Arsenal to watch that and just say, listen, that is the difference. That's the difference right now in this league, And I've seen Arsenal under Arteta have that type of intensity when they play. But for whatever reason, it's not showing right now in the team. It's just not showing. I mean, Jota, again, a baller at a rate. The man come off an injury. Yes, him can't start, but as soon as him touch the pitch, problems. Look sharp as ever, like he was playing last week. That's how the man look when him come on. The man come on, and as soon as him forward on, him score a goal right away. And then he was involved after that as well, because they could have got the winner to make it 3-2 as well. So, yeah, this Liverpool team, it's they're definitely serious. I do think though that this Liverpool team, the way it's constructed, if they don't have the whole squad intact, especially defensively, which is what's going on right now, they're gonna have to just outscore teams. I thought McAllister not being in midfield was something that was noticeable. So I see why him being in the team, they probably, I haven't checked this, but I'm sure they probably have a higher win percentage when he play, because they have a different level of control of the midfield when he plays. I think he's very intelligent. I think, he knows when to buy a foul. He knows when to progress the ball, when to relax it. I just think they kind of key off of his intelligence in the midfield to kind of make everything click. And yeah, all of a sudden, Trent is a little more exposed lately. Well, not lately, but, in this game in particular, because McAllister is not there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think Curtis Jones have been playing incredible, and then he kind of played just okay in this one. So that's a part of it as well. But one thing that I think is awesome when you look at it, right? How many coaches, when you go down to 10 men and it's one of your defensive players in the back line, just make a substitution right away? You see that, people? This man wait till 70 minutes to change anything, Him just fix up the jigsaw puzzle the next way, and him run with it. And I think that's the sign of a coach that understands the moment. Is it really the smartest thing to do in the 16th minute to just change around every single thing he was planning on doing? Probably not. And it just shows that he probably had a plan for if they get a red card, because there was no panic involved. So, yeah, this coach definitely, preseason when I saw them playing, I was impressed with the tactics, how they were playing and everything. And there's nothing different about what we see him doing so far this season. I think, he deserves a lot of credit for a team that I thought would finish high, but some weren't that high on. They thought when Klopp left, it would just be the end of the world for this team. And yeah, I feel like he deserves a lot of credit. Now, we had a debate. I think it was last week we were talking about it. Who's the manager of the season so far, Maresca or Slot? I slightly gave the edge to Maresca, right? And it was mainly because of my own thoughts on the two teams going into the season. Like, I saw Liverpool as a legitimate third place team, potentially second. Um, and I didn't have them winning the league, so that's why I think Slot deserves a lot of credit. But I had Chelsea, fighting for fifth, sixth, maybe fourth. So for them to be doing what they're doing, I think is just a little bit more impressive as far as I'm concerned. Because I think he has a lot more questions, especially on his back line, than Liverpool, and they're actually been pretty stout when you look at the overall amount of goals they have conceded, and you look at all their peers in the league. So I think he has done a remarkable job, getting the most out of a defensive unit that I think over time will probably let him down, but they haven't let him down so much just yet. They have been making individual errors, but I think without those, they're not that easy to, create stuff against. And part of it is just good offense as well. They say the best form of defense is attack, and Chelsea, I think, does live by that. So yeah, but Liverpool though, big result. I mean, when you look at the standing in the table right now, they have a game in hand still. They have a 2-point cushion over their nearest rival. And, it's just the feeling that a game like this would give you. You went down twice. You were against it with the 10 men. We've heard narratives from other teams, Arsenal. When you go down to 10 men, it's so difficult and you can't do anything. Arsenal fans, we need to take a hard look in the mirror and look at a team that went down to 10 against a team that's good. It's not like Fulham is garbage. They're a good team. And you couldn't really tell unless you really paid attention and counted the players that Liverpool was a man down. You could not tell. They were in the game throughout with the 10 men. And it wasn't a bunker. It wasn't we're just going to let you have the ball and try not to get scored on. No, they still dominated possession. Look at that, 61-39. They still had better expected goals. They still created more big chances. So that should tell you, that should show you. I mean, it's not a death sentence to get a red card. It happens in football. So, don't buy into this. We couldn't get the result because we had 10 men. Anytime you hear that again, any kind of fan, just say no, it's not true. Look at Liverpool, Fulham the other day. Literally, you have some evidence that they're talking foolishness. But Liverpool, again, I have to give them a credit. Big result, because Fulham, when they scored in the 76th minute, everybody that's going against Liverpool, which is any other rival fan in the league, we pretty much were like, all right, finally Liverpool going to drop some points, some serious points. And I'll tell you the honest truth, when Liverpool equalized, I already knew that they were going to find the third, because that's just what Liverpool do. But it wasn't there. It wasn't meant to be for them. And they got a point. And I think, we got a point as well. But trust me, the way how this point felt compared to how ours felt was literally polar opposites. Because if I was a Liverpool fan, I would be damn proud of my team and what they were able to do. So, 2-2, big result, I think, for Liverpool. Next game, Newcastle and Leicester, people. Newcastle and Leicester. Before I move on, let me just check in with the chat. Why your coach don't buy a striker in blind or in black vision? Yeah, I think January. If they don't buy a striker in January, they're mad. Fulham should have put away the game from the first 30 minutes. Yeah, there were some decent chances. Harry Wilson missed a few. Trying to remember the worst one. Everybody good with the red card? I don't think the red card was much debate. I think maybe the one gripe of Liverpool was they let it play on, and then they brought back the free kick anyway after the fact. But I thought the whistle was blown before Raul Jimenez tried to score, but I'm not sure. But either way, I think the red card was fair. I mean, there wasn't really any covering defender close by. So yeah, Slot masterclass in managing. Yeah, man, he did very well with the 10 men, believe me, because he think a striker doesn't fit in his system. Yeah, it's the Pep syndrome, the false nine syndrome. Liverpool beating is right around the corner. Yeah, I think Liverpool gonna drop points like more frequently coming up. Honestly, I really do. He need a striker player who can carry the ball. That's why he tried to buy Sesko. Sesko would have been nice. I still think Vlahovic would have been good. But Isak, everybody know Isak is my guy that I really want. Why for that on my team? A big club gonna buy Robinson. Yeah, I don't see how he stays, because the man is consistently putting up top performances like every time now. Arteta know he don't have a good bench. That's why I think he switched the playing style to more defensive play, which is stupidity by him. Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like he needs to trust them more. I think we have enough players to rotate and play a little more open, which is just so methodical. It's like, damn. Facts, even Arsenal fans. Yeah, exactly. Wait, so we need some fans. Robert was absolute shite, and thankfully we salvaged a point. Incredible performance by the team. Absolutely. I'm telling you, man, I was so impressed. When my game was over and they flipped over to the Liverpool game and I'm watching it, I'm saying, damn, them man are not normal, They're down to 10. Look how them a play. Put away what? Bro, you realize this coach is a tactician? Jata is back, yeah, man. They say them get more dangerous. No, man, them gonna drop points, man. Yeah. Me deserve that one there. Me deserve that one there. They said the pan holiday. No. Stay true to yourself. If my team was behind a title race, I wouldn't care if it's a good draw or bad draw, as long as the team drop points in this stage. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm just saying, as a team, as a collective, Liverpool, the team itself, like, they will look at this draw and know, say, yeah, we drop points at home, but based on the context of the game, it's a good draw. Full time now, Ethan Pinnock moved to a big UCL club. Yeah, that would be nice, but I think the age beat him a little bit, And definitely the way football are going now, people are spending money on, 25, 24, if you're a CB, You don't really want, but you never know still. You never know. I think Ethan need to get back to him regular ways though. This game wasn't too bad when him just play against what them name there? Chelsea. Sure Everton will get whipped. Yeah. So wait, when them already reschedule the game? Them a play this week? All right, so Newcastle Leicester people. This was a beatdown. My gosh. 4-0 Newcastle, and I don't think Leicester even touched the ball in them half. Like barely. Well, them actually had more momentum than Everton, but still not that much. Newcastle was all over them. So one goal in the first half, then they went berserk in the second half from the 47th to the 60th. They got 3 more. And they were lucky not to concede more than that. Lewis Hall and Isak definitely were the 2 top players in the game. Jacob Murphy had a good game as well. I think he had 2 goals in this game. And then Isak had a goal and an assist, and Bruno Guimaraes had a goal too. Gordon played well as well with an assist. So a lot of the players you would think would, be doing something in this game did something. I thought this midfield trio is the one that I've been saying to Newcastle people, why the hell the man don't just play these 3 in midfield all the time? That's the best midfield that can possibly play right there. Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno. And I was wondering, is Barnes and Gardner healthy? What's the plan? But Murphy, he's making it hard for him to not start him. So, he started again. Barnes had to come off the bench. And yeah, it worked out for the manager, Eddie Howe. He got a good performance out of his team, 4-0. And the result really was never in doubt, even when it was 0-0. it was just a matter of time. There was a Kieran Trippier sighting in the second half. Barnes got on eventually as well. Got Isak off early, saved those legs. He's been struggling with injuries every now and again. So, anyhow, all in all, a good day's work. 4-0. First beatdown Rude has gotten as a manager. Tough sledding. Bobby did come on in the 82nd minute. So we were calling for the coach to do the right thing in the preview show, but him still start this brother McAteer who not doing one backside, and him never even come off. But I don't know. Bobby Reid, if you sit down with the manager and ask him what him really deal with Zid, because if you start, I swear, especially the last two performances where you give the man, I think he would have started this time. But maybe next week. But yeah, Leicester, rough result for you, 4-0. You concede 4, the man still get a 7.3. And I think this is going to be a big issue. If this is a long-term injury for Hermanson, telling you, Danny Ward, easily the worst keeper in the league. Easily. Telling you. Remember, I'm telling you, Danny Ward, if him start next week and some week, it's going to be rough on Leicester City. No matter who them play, them better score 3 goals. Because him, I'll give you at least one, and then I'll let in a soft one too. So that's a 2 where them always will concede if him keep. I think it's him letting the 3 goal them after half time, yeah. So yeah, rough on Leicester people, because this guy have been saving them a lot. Hermanson, this keeper. So Rude forward and start play Connor Cody, who no coach wasn't playing. The man had a nightmare game. Well, Rude, I could see where you made of, because your team get a beating. But you can just scrap that and throw that away. You can't do nothing about it now. But yeah, 4-0. Impressive by Newcastle. But what we don't know about Newcastle is how many are they going to do this next week and the week after? We don't know. They have been very up and down. So let's see if this is some kind of turning point for them, or it was just a one-off. That will be the question moving forward, people. They have shown glimpses of this in games, but it never really stayed the same. If Chelsea get out the Bush League, then race on. Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to drop out, but I think they've been first in the table. So yeah, they'll be around in that one. That Rude get for not starting Bobby. Yeah, man. Don't forget smash up, yes, because we tell the man Chile, we tell him, Bobby have to start, coach. Because why not? Why not? And him start Mavididi. Come did say Mavididi and Bobby for start, And him do one of the two. And him choose the wrong one. Cause him see him take off Mavididi, never do nothing. Yeah, man, like up the show, people. Don't make RR get bringle, Rude, welcome to the Premier League. Yeah, for real. We might just swap Robertson for Robinson January. Yo, if Robinson go at Liverpool, brother, that would be annoying, man. And Anfield would love him as a player, because him will give you a 1,000 million% every time. Leicester coach will be sacked next. Jano, the man just get the work, You want to sack him? My gosh. Shopkeeper. Yeah, man, him horrible, man. Where say them for buy Mount Pleasant keeper? Yeah, who's the last keeper we export? It's always have a few we're gonna someday, but it's been a little while lately here. Bless up float, what go on? We show the man the blueprint and he never did the right thing. 4-0 justified. Yeah, man. That for reach him, man. So 4-0 Newcastle, big result. We can move on to the next game now, people. So the next game we have Wolves and Ipswich. This was a madness, people. So this game right here, I kind of don't know how, like, Wolves to me, I don't know if African's still here. It's theme side. But like when I watch them play, because I actually went back and watched this game, because I know some madness did go on at the end of the game and things. So I actually like the way Wolves play football, right? And of course, I not care what people say, I still try watch Omari because hey, that ship not sail yet fully. You know what I mean? So me still have a feeling like, yeah, man, it can go on. But I watched it back and I don't know how Wolves never score more goals. Like they should have scored more goals than what they scored in the game, people. And this has been the story of their season. I'm telling you the truth. The momentum, I thought Ipswich was good value for their first goal. They started off better. But once Wolves got the hang of the game and everything, I thought they were the better team. If you look at the overall stats, right? So the expected goals pretty tight. So, it was pretty even with the expected goals. Ipswich did create one more big chance. Wolves outshot them. Thought they were very wasteful with their shooting, though. That red card was after the game. Then you had shots on target. Wolves had one more, 6-5. The entries, let me see, 2 passes, touches in the area. Ipswich had 6 more. They missed their 2 big chances, and Wolves missed their 1. Final third entries, Wolves had 10 more, 61-51. They had more passes. Crosses. Yeah, so I mean, look, the game probably could have been a draw, but I don't know, man. Wolves, they just have some atrocious moments defending. They haven't had much consistency with their team selection because people been injured and everything. People losing captaincy, other captains, Cunha, I think, is probably going to be suspended because he like forearmed a coach from Crystal Palace in the back of the head after the game. I don't think the referee saw it because he didn't get a red as well, but I think there's too many cameras these days, and I think the EPL or the disciplinary people will discipline him for that. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be good news on Cunha because you can't really be raising your hand to a coach on the other team. Bellegarde got the easiest chance in the world and put it over the bar. Yeah, so and Delap missed a guilty chance too across the box. Can't even lie about that. But yeah, I mean, Omari was one of the better players for Ipswich as usual in attack. Was involved in the first goal, sat down the keeper, took a shot, it was blocked, and then the rebound was then ricocheted in for our own goal. So yeah, Omari did his thing in this one for sure. Not a good performance for him. 62 touches, very involved, 83% in attacking third. That's very good. 2 key passes, 1 of 1 long passes, tried 3 crosses, was unsuccessful. 2 shots on target. He did miss a big chance and still got a high rating. So he was very involved. Attempted 7 dribbles and was successful on 4 of them. Very good on his ground duels. 9 of 15 only went in 1 aerial, didn't win it. 20 times lost possession. He was fouled 4 times, was offside once, and he made a tackle and was dribbled past twice. So, very involved in the game, a lot of duels. Tried to get involved defensively, was dribbled past twice. That's not the best, and he missed a big chance, but overall still got a 7.1. So that's just high involvement. You look at his heat map, played on the right for a time, played also on the left, a little bit in the middle as well. So definitely a player that comfortable anywhere, just a footballer, a natural footballer. So yeah, I mean, I know some people upset and everything with his recent decisions, but it's not over, people. It's not over. Me still I go see what the ball I go on with. Yeah, man. But Wolves, yeah, Gary O'Neill lost his job, people, if you didn't know. So they are already looking for a new manager. And yeah. Gary O'Neill, I had high hopes for him, man. I thought he's a decent manager. He did well with Bournemouth. He started out well with Wolves, stabilized their season last season. Obviously, this season hasn't gone the best in terms of results, but I still feel like they play a decent brand of football. They just I don't think the team is really fully equipped enough with defenders. I don't think their defenders are that good. And I don't think they have enough because some of them are always unfit. And yeah, I just don't think they built a good enough defense. So that I guess some of the blame must fall on him as well for that. But they have more than enough attacking options. I think the midfield is decent. They have some decent fullbacks or wing backs, but center backs, they really don't have any good ones. I'm being honest. Max Killman was good for them. He's gone. Connor Cody used to be good for them. He's gone. Santiago Bueno has not really worked out. Totti Gomez, I was shocked when I saw him in Portugal's team. I'm like, bro, Portugal has such a good team. Totti Gomez made the team. I can't believe it. Because I just think he's an average defender. He's not that good. Yeah, so. We say have the quality to play in the EPL and King also. All right, Jamrock. Well, hopefully the scout them over there see it that same way. He showed the man the blueprint and him never did it. Yeah. That was the same thing. Wolves fully salt. Yeah, man. They're a salt team, man. One thing Premier League, a hard league manager always I get sacked. Yeah, man. For sure. West Ham gets another one sacked. LOL. West Ham manager any side. Bet him sleep on. Better continue because first from season start, see them try play football. Oh, today? Yeah. They actually did play decent today. That's true. In the Bournemouth game. Oh, last time, yeah, West Ham beat Wolves. No, I think it's this game get them fully sacked, not beating Ipswich at home. Yeah, man. This is the one. But West Ham started it off for real. All right, so that is the Wolves and Ipswich game. A mad piece of game. After the game, man, a fight. Everybody, them own team, opposing coach. 8-0, you get red card at the end. Yes, there's a bag of madness going on in this game. But I think I don't even think it was a case of the players just not playing for the manager and him lose the dressing room. I just feel like, they had to just make a change. The results were too bad, too often. And I think, yeah, when you're playing against another team that you're going to be battling with for this relegation and you can't defeat them at home or even at least get a point out of it, then, yeah, I think the writing was always on the wall that it was a make or break kind of day for Gary O'Neill. But, good luck to them who they'll get as the manager. Apparently, I heard there's a guy named Vitor Pereira that they're looking at already. They have a lot of Brazilians and Portuguese, so maybe they would want to get a Portuguese manager again. I don't know. But let's see who they go for. But Gary O'Neill, sorry, boss, but you'll have to regroup and try again with the next side. All right, so that's Wolves and Ipswich. That was the last game at that 10 o'clock slot. Now, the last game of the day on Saturday was Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. And this was a mad game as well, people. Very, very entertaining game. 2-1 it ended. I thought the first half was a bit of a slow burn. Wasn't really that much going on. But the second half, the game really came into life. I would say a little bit before John Duran's goal, the game really sprung into life. I think Forest had a little bit better the first half, I would say. But it was pretty even, honestly. Second half, I thought Forest started out okay. I think Villa did okay and it started the second half, but then there was a spell right before Villa's goal where Forest really was putting on the pressure. And how many times in football do you see when the keeper of one team makes a huge save, preventing a goal, the other team goes down and scores very quickly? And that's exactly what happened. Martinez had a brilliant save. I think it was trying to remember who it was that hit the ball towards goal. I think it was Dominguez. And the man, somehow the ball was behind him and he stopped it right on the line. And then Carlos cleared it out. And then right when it went down the other end of the pitch, good approach play by Villa. The ball went wide to Digne. He cut it back to Magin. And then a one-time flash cross. And Duran was the first to whip it in. Keeper beating all ends up with a brilliant header to make it 1-0. And John Duran actually got the start. I was asking people in the chat, who who you would start this week, and I said Duran would have started. If I was the coach, I would have started Duran, and Unai Emery did the same thing. So, Jamrock said full time now. Davis get a full cap now. All right, well, Andre Blake is around, so I don't know when he would have get the cap unless Blake injured. I don't know. Or Jamrock, you probably want everybody get a cap against St. Vincent, right? Need to play everybody against St. Vincent here. The Monday now go just roll over them. Want go Gold Cup too, Villa not for worry. Them will get 3 points next week. Early Christmas present, I must sit with them and play. Yeah, so after that goal, Nottingham Forest, I thought, woke up again. And I thought they were the better team after Villa went up 1-0. Of course, there was no Leon Bailey again, so they're still playing Matty Cash as a right winger, basically. As you can see, Ramsey and Bailey out. Watkins was doubtful, so maybe that's why him never start, but I feel like him just bench him because Duran probably a train better than him and a score more goal than him this year so far. But anyway, after that, Forest thought they had got an equalizer through, I think it was Chris Board. But Elanga proved to be just offside on the build-up to the goal. And then eventually they did get that equalizer. It was after basically a second phase of play after a corner, and Milenkovic headed in at the far post from a Gibbs White cross. And then for the last goal now in injury time, it was Elanga getting that one. There was a little bit of controversy, I think, when Cash lost the ball at the edge of his 18-yard box on the wing there. It looked like it could have been a foul, and Elliot Anderson took the ball from him. But the refs looked at it on VAR and they decided it was not a foul. And I think it would have been a bit harsh to take that goal away for that. I think Cash was just kind of, wanting it because he realized he had lost the ball. I don't think it was so much in that it was a foul. He just has to be a bit more aware in the moment and stronger there. But in the end, it was a good cutback by Anderson, and Elanga was able to get it through the legs of Emi Martinez, and that made it 2-1, and that ended up being a huge result for Nottingham Forest. After a few kind of leaner results, this was a way to kind of bounce back against another team that, basically will be fighting them at this point for, a European place this season, more than likely. So Nottingham Forest getting a big scalp, 2-1 over Aston Villa. I think honestly, on the balance of play, they probably deserve to win the match. They created more big chances, they had a better expected goals, they took more shots. So I think this was a really good performance from Nottingham Forest. And is this the new Nuno? I mean, they're playing a possession heavy team in Aston Villa, and they have 50% possession against Villa. So that seems like a concerted effort on the part of Nuno to try to take the game to teams a bit more. So kudos to him for figuring out that maybe my team has a little bit more ability than I'm giving them credit for. And we're starting to see a bit of an identity now from Nottingham Forest. You're going to get that sturdy defensive work, but also they're not afraid to possess the ball now and build up. And they have that added bonus of having a true target striker. If they do need to want to play a little more direct, it can be effective with a player like him up there. So good game, good result. As I said, the first half a bit slow, but the second half I thought was very, very entertaining. And in the end, I think the team that deserved to win did get all 3 points. So 2-1 for Forest, big result for them, and Aston Villa continue their up and down form in the league so far this season. I think Champions League getting the best of them, all those exertions, All right. Now, Sunday, we move into Brighton versus Crystal Palace. This was another one that people probably did not predict. I didn't. Brighton at home getting 3-1, and really and truly, could have been 3-0 very easily. It was a fluke own goal by Gahey at the end of the game. But yeah, I think good value for their win. Crystal Palace, I think Brighton played better in the second half, but I think it was too little too late, honestly. And Seesaw was back, and he actually had a good second half in this game, but they just could not convert. The chances kept falling to like Ruta when Pedro and Mitoma and everybody else was on the field. It just wouldn't fall to the right people. And the coach at halftime brought on NC, so I thought that was a good sub. But I think that the subs after that didn't really inflect the game at all. When he made this triple sub right here, it almost took away the momentum Brighton had, and they never really fully regained it to end the game. And once the game got stretched, it was really Crystal Palace who were getting the chances on the counter. So, I think Ursula, while starting out really good in the season, is hitting that bump in the road right now. And I feel like, one thing I will say, I said the whole time when Lewis Dunk was out, when he comes back, if I am Ursula, I am making him try to earn his place back in there. And, he's dropped Igor Julio to the bench completely, who I thought was playing decent in the absence of Dunk. And he looked like he was a little bit better partner for Van Heck because had a little more pace, a little more strength, right? Dunk is more of a reader of the game. Gets beaten for pace all the time. Even Sarr beat him for pace very badly for one of the goals. So yeah, I think Ursula is kind of caught between a difficult spot because he's the club captain and everything. But I honestly feel like he has two defenders better than him in the team right now, Van Heck and Dunk. And I think Van Heck is under more pressure because Dunk is his centre back partner. I think Van Heck is probably their best centre back, right? But Lewis Dunk is definitely the most experienced and the club captain. So it's a tough one. I think Igor Julio though didn't do anything wrong to sit down. So I would try to find a way to get him back out there as well. But yeah, Lamptey had a poor game, I thought. No surprise he came off at halftime. But yeah, Crystal Palace, have to give them credit. I think, again, Will Hughes, Lerma, hardworking in the midfield. Thought Mitchell was good. I thought Gay was good. Of course, his stats don't look good, but he got a own goal, so that would bring it down. Thought Chalaba was good and Lacroix was good. And of course, Sarr was the threat, constant threat, running even beyond Mateta at times to finish off plays. Yeah, so Eze didn't get on the score sheet or assist, but I thought he was dangerous too in the game. But yeah, not the best result at all. If you notice on my thumbnails, I usually include the top 6 teams or something about their results. So Brighton, this is probably the first week in a while they didn't feature on the thumbnail because this result knocked them out of that perch, right? So Brighton dropping points at home, not very good at all. Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner finally now looks to have figured out life without Olise, and it definitely includes Ismail Assar. So yeah, he might have figured something out and unlocked something. And I also told you, when I saw these guys fit in the back line, this back line of Gahey, Lacroix and Chalaba, with Munoz and Mitchell as the wing backs, I said that can form a very formidable, sturdy defense. And Dean Henderson has been playing well consistently, definitely knocking down the door to be a part of the England setup more permanently based on his performances, right? So yeah, Crystal Palace, things on the up for them. Brighton, a lot of question marks for them at home. To drop points like that, not a good look at all. So they'll need to shape up quickly, or they'll continue to drop down that table from where they had been for most of the season. All right, so that's the Brighton Crystal Palace story. Next game is a big one, people. So Manchester Derby is up next, people. Yes. So we're going to jump right into the Manchester Derby. A lot of talking points from this game, people. So first and foremost, when we saw the lineups, we saw the team sheets, big news. The coach drops Garnacho and Rashford. Not just from the starting 11, but from the squad altogether, people. So Ruben Amorim already, I think those type of decisions endear you to fans if your team go out and get the result, which they did. So I think Ruben Amorim already is gaining points with the fans right there. Made a tough decision leading up to a big game, and every button that he pressed in this one worked out. Every single one. And we're going to go through it. Pep Guardiola, on the other hand, the furthest from greatness that you could ever see Pep in his career so far as a coach is this current day right here. It is ridiculous how he just looks different. Even when they scored the goal in this game, his reaction to it, how he's looking at the camera and doing foolishness. Pep not really do them thing there. So you can tell he's like all in his head right now, people. It's crazy. And it's crazy that someone so accomplished can look so out of depth with what's going on right now. But yeah, this one finished 2-1, people, as you know, unless you live under a rock. Man U scored 2 goals after 85th minute, which used to be Fergie time. Will it be Amorim time? We don't know. That's yet to be told. But I'm telling you, people, this game, it was the Amad Diallo show. No two ways about it. Obviously, Diallo would be the man of the match in sofa score because he did everything. He had a hand in every goal. The cross from De Bruyne hit Diallo, deflected off of Diallo to get to Vardiol in the first half, right? The first goal that United scored after a terrible back pass by Nunes. Nunes doesn't just pass it to him, he also runs back and tackles Diallo in the box to give up a penalty. So he earned the penalty that was converted by Bruno. And then he scores the winner in the 90th minute after a wicked pass by Martinez, piles the keeper, half volley from a tight angle, somehow gets by Vardiol, who I think was trying to like backheel the ball off the line when he could have tried to use his right foot to clear it. Watch the replay again, people. It was a madness. But that was crazy. It was the Amad Diallo show. The true Manchester United fans have been telling me about this kid, how he's been doing on his loan spells, and and I saw it for myself this season, a few games already, saying, damn, this kid really have it, because his speed of thought, and it doesn't look rushed, even though he's an attacking player that use pace. So, those little things, like him can beat you different ways. Him can run past you, him can slow it down, combine with somebody to beat you. Him use everything to play football, that's what I love. I love players that are not one-dimensional, right? And I don't think he's one-dimensional at all. He might be even 4K. You know what I'm saying? He's top, man. He's a good player. Good player. Speed of thought, quickness, work rate, everything. He's a solid player. Strike the ball well. Even with his right foot, is serviceable. I saw him whipping a ball with his right foot to the back post. That was pinpoint, So yeah, man, like a bright future ahead of that player for sure. Can't go around it. He's a United player, so obviously we don't really want him do incredible or nothing like that. But I'm a football fan at the end of the day, and the kid have it. He's a good player. Yeah. So Manchester United, I think good performance from them. When you look at the stats, and I just want to go through and show you guys the stats because I looked at the stats right on game day, and I just want to revisit them. So at home, I would love to know when is the last time United went to City and had over even 40% possession. They had 48 on this day. So basically call it 50-50. Very close. And you look at the expected goals, United won that 2.08 to 0.95. They created 3 big chances to City's none. Shots were dead even 10-10. City had more corners, right? Only 30 more passes attempted by City. United had way more tackles. Shots on target tied up 3-3, so very even there as well. Big chances scored, 2 for United, and they missed 1, right? As I said before, no big chances created by Manchester City. That's crazy. A whole match for Man City and not even a big chance created. 2 okay. Touches in the area. United had 4 more. Let's see the final third entries. So City dominated that 63-39. But the final third, they had higher passing accuracy. Their crosses were more effective, 4 of 10. Duels were pretty even on the game. Interceptions, recoveries, United had more. Yeah, so both keeper had one big save. But yeah, very, very even. Very, very even. No big advantage for Manchester City on the day statistically. And that's very rare against any team at the Etihad. So it's definitely just a different city at the moment. He went with Nunes on the back line. It proved to be maybe not the best move in terms of just putting Nunes in some situations where you probably don't want him to be the person making a challenge, and he gave up a penalty and everything. And it really was his own doing, poor back pass and then overcompensating, wanting to do too much to, fix what he messed up, ends up getting, overreacting and just stonewall penalty and Diallo. So not his finest day at the office, but I don't think he was put in a position to really, cover himself in glory. John Stones clearly wasn't fit enough, but was on the bench, I guess, for an emergency. But I would have brought on John Stones for sure. Um, you know, at some point, definitely in that second half, at least if he's fit at all, you got to bring him on the pitch. You have to. Um, but yeah, he only brought on Kovacic to play midfield. Jack Grealish came on for Doku, which I think completely killed anything that was gonna happen on that side of the pitch. I would have probably went for Savinho instead. So you have the two wingers on both sides. You still have Haaland on the pitch, you can try cross the ball from time to time. So yeah, I don't know. Pep is struggling right now. And it's not looking so good for Man City at all. But United fans, how you feel about this victory? You think this is a turning point in your season? Too early to say. Was this just a derby madness? They were just so up for the derby that they just gave their all. Or is this something that you're seeing as something changing actually at United? What do you guys think? Violation. Squad rotation policy. It's the fact that the man just assumed that it's City, lowest of the lowest levels right now. He can get a chance in the lower ranked team games. Okay, versus Caribbean teams. I figure start hate watch Forest and Villa instead of Arsenal and Liverpool. Where you say you're direct rivals, eh? To be honest, on a Pep this week, the players mess up and throw away the game. Okay, interesting take, CK. Interesting take. I feel like him. I mean, if Kovacic was fit enough to play, I would have started him. But they didn't really create anything, man. Yeah, Nunes did some madness for real. It's a conference league. Why them better hurry up and win, as them drop out of Europe altogether. You finally see it now. Oh, you talk about I must Amadi attack. Nunes, shaking my head. And he's been actually one of the better players, in this whole bad run of games. I even want to try to do a thing up there. I am not even surprised that we lost because, in all honesty, I expected it, especially after the Juve game. But the way we lost, disgusting stuff. Yeah. It was crazy. 2 late goals like that. Bro, I respect you, but dog, say United nothing do well. You're a real Arsenal fan to blood. Yeah, man. I'm not a fake fan, man. I'm a real fan, not even gonna age myself, but you can see that, say me I'm a young boy still. But I think Anthony play wing back is great decisions made by coach. Yeah. Yo, that's our next thing in a Red Skull with the rate, Cause I'm mad under this coach. I think besides in Europe, he must play in wing back every time. And when I say Amada play the further forward role, I say, yeah, that is it. That if you do against City, don't put him on a wing back, man. Put him in the attack. Mm-hmm. And then late when they need to switch it up, them just bring on an next attacker now. And you see that combo there on the right hand side there, them can't really do it against every side, But so when them play a side where like in a Fidem league or like a relegation side and then put them two brother up on the side, yeah man, they might get something out of Anthony after all, Yeah, you just might. At least John Stones Kovacic is back and it's soon January. Yeah. That's true. They're trying to get there. Nunes, I do that a one thing. But with Kyle Walker there. Yeah, that's a good question, That whole time, where was Kyle Walker? Because the ball passed back, he was playing like wider. The ball passed back and is him run down and sprint. I don't know where Kyle Walker was. We should have gotten two. Maybe Kyle Walker just ran into the goal, Can remember is Ederson run out for try to get the ball, and him go around Ederson. So maybe we should have gotten two penalties. There was a clear one against Hoyland. I wouldn't say clear. I was okay with that one not being a penalty, to be honest. Coach Amarim, lucky and brave, credit to him. Need that win from them, and I hate to say this, but Ahmad make Pep so angry. Even when him asked Pep for hand, you see him face rattled. Yo, me say a meme about that and it's a Ahmad cover him mouth and say stay humble, eh? I know say I like them I tell still. Yeah, I never thought that was a pen. I was okay with that one not being a pen, to be honest. But Duke have to find some fault. Win, man. Just celebrate, brother. We have big other penalty for. The victory was sweet. It's a derby, not putting meaning to it yet. We need some players. Okay, so that's the answer I was looking for from a United fan. Like, are you guys saying, boy, this is a new United now, or on a glad on a win, but next week is another game. United wasn't pressing hard until after the penalty. 1-0 was secured, or at least a draw. The penalty score and confidence drop and madness start. Okay. So you're telling me why you say it's on the players this time, CK. All right. Fair enough. United losing next week guaranteed. Yo, so this was the United fans like measured answer, and this is a rival fan. Look at the difference right there, people. That's hilarious. Red Skull said facts. Adam said also a threat because City are lose too. If we not spend about 110 mil in January, I don't know, brother. Well, I think we're on probation, because them it's 130 charge. Them say no, it gone up from 115. So I don't know. I don't know if we're not allowed to spend money. And just have to just make sure people get fit. That's the only thing. But yeah, this was a madness, people. 2-1. Very entertaining Manchester derby. I mean, definitely at the end. I don't think that the whole entire game was this great spectacle or anything, but there was a lot of drama towards the end of the game that was very nice. So yeah, I would say it was entertaining from a neutral point of view, and big up United and move from 13 to 13. It's a big win, and them just there 13 same way. They say Villa have some poison for them Sunday. But I mean, I don't even trust Unai Emery right now neither, so that one gonna be tough again. Yeah, this week predictions though, boy, we need to do better as a collective unit, I start to wonder if any way have no sense, All right, so that's the Manchester derby, people. As I said, very entertaining game, and one that the red side of Manchester definitely will have fun, the memories of. All right, so let's talk about the title challengers now. Because only two teams in the title race, I'm saying, Liverpool and Chelsea, people. So Chelsea got the 2-1 victory. Another post-match red card. Cucurella trying to sabotage my FPL teams, getting a needless red card after scoring for me. But yeah, 2-1 win to Chelsea. They were looking like they were going to get a clean sheet, but towards the end of that game, Brentford started to go very, like right before Chelsea got the second goal, Brentford should have equalized like 2 times. They could not. Sanchez made one rotted save off our volley. And then, as I say, how many times do you see it, people, when a big save made by a keeper, the other side go down and score, and Nico Jackson, after tackling himself a play before that, sort out him feet and finish beautifully from outside the box to make it 2-0. And boom, I got the goal that I thought Brentford deserved late. And it was a bit of a, what they call was squeaky bum time for Chelsea and their fans, because it looked like Brentford was pushing for that equalizer. But it wasn't meant to be. And yeah, Chelsea got the victory, which was their 5th in a row in the Premier League. A nice run of fixtures or wins for Enzo Maresca and his team. Cucurella will be suspended though moving forward. So I don't know if Ben Chilwell is even in the what you call it, Premier League squad. So probably Renato Vega might play next game. He's been playing left back in the Conference League sometimes, so maybe he will get the start. But let's see how they move things around for the next game. But that's really the only thing they'll have to worry about. All their attacking players fit, healthy, playing well. Madueke, Cole Palmer, Sancho, Nico Jackson, and Kunku. Neto was suspended for this game because of yellow cards, but he'll be back again, and he's been on form as well. So the midfield on form, Enzo on form, Moise Caicedo on form. Right now Chelsea's playing well. I mean, Sanchez has one, sometimes two mistakes in him every game, but he also makes like 2 big saves every game too. So you have to take the good with the bad. I think it's the same thing with Jackson. He missed a gilt-edged chance on his left foot, put it over the bar with no keeper in the goal, and then scores a difficult chance like 10 minutes after that. So you have to take the good with the bad with Chelsea. They do have some bad still in there, people. Let's not act like they're this incredible unit of a team. They do make mistakes. I think the defense still have a lot to learn. I think they still concede too many chances in games. My personal opinion, for a title challenger, they don't control the game quite enough for the whole game, and you can see the expected goals almost 2 for Brentford. They really should have scored more. They gave up 4 big chances in the game, and it was a game that, possessionally, territorially, they kind of dominated. But those spells when they weren't dominating, the floodgates were open for Brentford and they were creating, So that's the only thing about this Chelsea team. I think Liverpool definitely dominate games for longer stretches. Arsenal are back right now, but I think they also dominate games for longer stretches than Chelsea do. And even City, maybe not right now, but when they're playing better, they dominate games more than Chelsea do. So I think that's the next step now for Chelsea. Like, yes, we know you have all this attacking prowess. We know your midfield is strong, but can you control the other teams from creating against you? And that's the only thing about this team that I think, if Caicedo don't stop the play, the other team going to get a chance. Now, Caicedo stop a lot of the play. So teams don't get 10, 15 chances against them. But I think they're still in that, 5 to 8 range against good teams. And to me, that's too many for a team that wants to win the title. That's just me. I think that's the only knock I have on Chelsea. Unbiased. That's the only thing I think holding them back. But to be honest, this coach has been getting better than what I even expected out of the defensive unit. So I have to give him credit. And a part of it is the way they play. And I think if they can just be a little more patient sometimes, maybe they'll dominate games more. But at the same time, there's that balance you want to strike. So they don't really want to lose that power that they have in transition just for the sake of controlling the game more, because that's really something that they do really well. And I think that's where Arteta has gone way too far to the control, methodical, and no more transition. And this manager is towards transition more, but maybe not Klopp level where the game just wide open and crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Maresca though, getting a good tune out of the team right now. So I have to give him his credit. For me, manager of the season. Best rotation policy, keeping players fresh, even though them play Thursday, and they say that that's like a death sentence for most teams in leagues. They're in that dirty conference league on Thursday, and they're still doing their thing. I think the best thing he did as a coach was not to worry about this stupid league group phase of this, and him don't travel with Palmer, Jackson. I don't think Caicedo travel. I don't think Like a lot of the first team players don't travel to these games. Now, when they get to the knockout, they start to travel, I'm sure. But right now, they're not even in the roster for the Europa League. It takes the kids and most of the bench players from the league, and that's who goes to these Europa trips. So all this taxing that you see Man United going through, Arsenal going through, Liverpool going through, Villa going through, Chelsea ain't going through it because they're not sending their players to play these Thursday games against clubs that we don't even know about. So good move by the coach doing that. And yeah, that is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. Right now, Pep trying everything for City. Fire him before the ruling drop, but they're not letting him. Yeah. They say it's a sabotage thing. New director in January for City. Money must can spend. Okay. F prohibition. No long me no see my team spend money. Me not afraid, brother. Me don't know we not beat Villa. Thanks to him next week. Just hope Everton can capitalize. Fire for that. I don't know what I'm saying, Nick. What I'm saying. Jano, boy, Duke really out there on holiday. If Nick why me before him, Jano. 2 years from now, Chelsea will be the most dominant team. I could see it. Boy, Jackson a clown. Man couldn't believe he missed that. Yeah. And then as he missed it, me put in a one group chat say, yo, Jackson I got score in about 10 minutes when I had a difficult goal. And it wasn't like the goal him score was super difficult, but it was way harder than the one he missed. Chelsea has spent money, but nope, they will not. Who rather win the league? Chelsea, Arsenal, or Liverpool? Probably Chelsea, That might have to be the play. Yeah. Might have to start research about Conference League, Jaja. Yo, when they had the man them go play aside and it was like minus 18 before the match start. But yo, Chelsea, big up on the damn self. Una do nothing. Can't hate on definitely people them did that clowning about in the squad size and una gonna need 65 bus. Alright. Where them I say no. So big up all the Chelsea fans, full of talk right now. Yeah, man. Can't talk to no man. So this was Ethan Pinnock game. As I said, I thought it was a better game than some of his most recent performances in the league. Always a clearance gargan master. So 9 in this game. Always like a magnet attached to him when the cross them come in. Always a clear out the ball him. 2 block shots, 1 interception, 1 tackle. No dribble pass. We love that. 2 out of 4 on the ground. 2 out of 4 in the air. 55 touches, lost it 10 times, 91% passing accuracy. We love that as well. He was fouled once, didn't commit any fouls. 0 for 1 on his 1 cross attempted, 1 of 2 long passes on the day. So that was Ethan Pinnock game by the numbers. Look how much ball in them 6-yard box him at John start the man them pin back. So yeah, Pinnock clearing out the ball out of him 6-yard box a whole bunch of time. So that was Ethan Pinnock, people. Good performance from him in a losing effort 2-1 to Chelsea. Only 2 back of the leaders, Liverpool in first. Now, the last couple of games, people, this one will be quick and fast. Southampton dropped 5 love, and the manager spent his last time. The thing we want to talk about from that game, right? The man them asked the manager, the Southampton fans during the game asked the manager for acknowledge them, look upon them and hail them up and thing. And when the man hail them up, them start boo the man, bro. So they make it seem like them was going to chant him name or something. Him turn and start clap them. And when him do that, them start boo. Yo, them wicked enough people. But anyway, writing was on the wall, people. 5-0 at halftime. If it was McLaren, him would have come off and say, well, we tied the second half, because that him tell we that them win the second half against USA. So maybe this manager was feeling good that them draw the second half, 0-0. But yeah, that was his last game managed for Southampton. Rough because he got there last year in the championship, brought them to the Prem, and only lasted 6 months after all that work getting them to the Prem, was not enough. They are currently at the foot of the table. I think they have 5 points now after 16 games played. So yeah, it was never gonna work out in the end. If I am them, I just go get a pragmatic manager that don't mind defending, because he was trying to play like Manchester City and they had a squad like Southampton. So, it just was never gonna work. Burnley last year we saw something similar where Company had his style. He wasn't willing to change, even though the Burnley players were not at the level to play that style. And they went right back down. So I think Southampton probably looked at that blueprint and said, you know what? Let's go and get a Sam Allardyce. Let's go and get a what the old man from Crystal Palace name, Roy Hodgson. They're gonna get a pragmatic, somebody that just don't care about 10 defenders and one goalkeeper, and yeah, we just try and nil all every match. Because I just don't see them getting another like forward thinking manager, because this guy was forward thinking. This man is playing out of the back with these players. Alex McCarthy and Harwood Bellis and Bednarik and Manning and Walker Peters and who else am up on them bench. Nathan Wood actually is very good at playing out from the back, so it is what it is there. But yeah, I don't know. But Southampton, let me just tell you this: wanna just get a manager when I think can bring on a backup, because no matter who you get, you guys are going down this year. Sad to say. Southampton fans, no disrespect, but I just don't think you guys have enough in the tank to get through this Premier League as it is right now. It's a crazy Premier League, a lot of good teams. I don't really think we can get through it. So 5-0 to Tottenham. Good win for you guys. But yeah, I don't know. If I'm a Tottenham fan, I'm happy with this. I love it. We win 5-0, but I'm also pissed because I'm like, yo, how we lose to Ipswich? How we lose to, these other games that we've lost when we shouldn't have been losing? The biggest thing from this game for me, if I'm a Tottenham fan, there was a Jed Spence sighting and he played great. Had an assist, played really well. Pedro Porro and Udogie really have been kind of up and down form this year. So it's nice that they have somebody there that they could maybe turn to. Jed Spence, we know of his Jamaican ties as well. So yeah, just continue to monitor Jed Spence throughout the year, but big performance for him. And let's see if Big Ange wants to continue to utilize his services, because I think they could use his drive in the team, from deep. I think he can provide something different for them. So yeah, 5-0 Spurs with a big victory over Southampton, and that's another manager beat the dust this week. So 2 managers gone. Wolves manager Gary O'Neill and Southampton's manager. What they have in common, they're both in the relegation zone. So Ipswich manager, watch out. You're in the zone of death. All right. The last game for the week was today. 1-1. 2 goals late in the game. One from Paqueta from the penalty spot and one bomber from Enis Unal, his second in 2 games off the bench. Actually, he's becoming Bournemouth's version of John Duran. So he came on and got that equalizing goal very late. Bournemouth splitting the points with West Ham. So, for West Ham, how their season is going, this is probably a positive point for them, to be honest. They did play some better football, as somebody referenced earlier. I thought both teams had their spells in this one. I think West Ham had a slightly better first half. I thought Bournemouth was a little better in the second half, but West Ham almost got what felt like a winner in the 87th minute, just to give up that lead in the 90th, like I said, from that bomber from Unal. Second goal for him in as many games in the league. So yeah, this one ended 1-1, people. Bournemouth now into the top 6 actually with that result, with some results around them kind of going in their favor. They for the first time made it onto the thumbnail by virtue of being in 6th place after this round. So that is pretty much the roundup of all the fixtures this week. Let's now move our attention to what some of you have come in the chat to come and see tonight, and that is the results of this week's predictions, people. So let's get that up and running. and then we'll just go back to the league table so we can look at that before we head into the FPL check-in for the week. All right, so continue smashing that like button, people. As DOC Sports said, big up yourself. Respect for joining, my brother. Yeah, man. Yes, I agree. Rupert is getting back his form. Got a little better last week, better than the week before that. And this week I thought was better than last week. So long may that continue. I know there was a play where he made a wicked slide to block I think it was like a shot. And he ended up like stretching his calf out. I know he's been dealing with some calf issues this season. So hopefully that wasn't anything much more than fatigue and just his effort on that one play. His pin-up Jackson beat for his goal, if you can fault him for that. Yeah, look, I think Nico Jackson in 40 yards of space running at you is like, I don't care what your name, it's tough. You know, Pinnock did a good enough job of making him go to one side. But when he showed him that side, he just unleashed a shot that, you know, just Flecken couldn't handle it. It was a well-struck ball. Noah City unbeaten streak. I start back with Villa. Don't talk. Okay, CK is confident. Actually said, me now say it. Coach playing a 10-0-0. Yeah, but that never go play. Tottenham just happy, but Thursday gonna be a big match for them. Yeah, that's true. They need this week. They need something out of these cups, man. Cause that's the only way them going to win something. Some know say, yeah, watch expressions in a Red Skull. Man say, yo, I could care less about that 5-0. I want a cup, bruv. All right, so let me show you guys the standings of the big bad Jason Gooner TV weekly predictions. So, want to say, donkey first or champ first? I had the donkey last year, man, because donkey are the sweetest part, you know. All right, so I'll do the champion first, people. So the champion of the week this week is, drum roll, please. The winner, Big Bad Nitro. Nitro did his thing this week, people. Nitro went 5-5, right? So as I said, it was a rough week, some upsets, and people never really see it coming. But Nitro saw the best this week, people. 5-5 with 3 predicted games correct. Correct score out of 3 out of 10. That's not bad. I think 3 is the highest for the season. Tied with 3 with some other people that have done it so far. Game Birds, close to the victory, close to lifting the Jason Gooner trophy for the week, but no. Only 2 games correct with your 5-5 record, Games Bird. Tough Game Birds. You got the 2-1 Nottingham Forest over Villa result, and you got the 2-1 Man U over City result, Game Birds. But the champion Nitro had 3 games. He had the 4-0 Newcastle. He had the 2-1 United over City, and he also had a 1-1 with Bournemouth and West Ham, and that basically gave him the win. The Bournemouth West Ham game gave him the win, you know. So yeah, very close race for the trophy this week, but Nitro took it home. Then DOC Sports tied with 4-6 with 1 correct score. Then they had a couple more with 4-6 with no scores correct. Duke and Red Skull. Then Pristine CK. Pristine a little bit better because 2 scores out of the 3-7 they got right. 3-7 CK, 1 right. And then there were 3 tied with 3-7 with no games perfect. Now, people, we'll move on to the next one, people. The next one, the big one. The big one. I know the big one is the donkey of the week. So drum roll again, people. Donkey of the week goes to... Oh, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Mass Sports World out of Canada. Donkey of the day. And of course, the donkey of the week, I should say. Not donkey of the day. Donkey of the week. Hot chili, my brother. I hate to do it to you, but it's the truth, my brother. 2-8. You and Moss. You are the donkeys of the week. Yes. So sad to say, but it's the truth, people. I can't make it up. It's right here. Last place, 2-8. Hot chili and Moss Sports World, man. Yeah, I was praying. I was praying today that Bournemouth and West Ham that Bournemouth won, because if Bournemouth won, you guys would not have been, you know? Yeah. But hey, so it goes sometime. So it goes sometime. Red Skull are dead with laugh. Donkey first, cause of me. No, CK, you get to it this week, CK, you get to it. Donkey lonely, no? Well, you have two donkey have two rider this week, you know? Hope them take turns. Up full game birds. You almost took it home, my brother. Almost took it home. This week you might can get it. Yeah, man. Nitro win the week, yeah, man. Nitro win the week. And Nitro, I have to big up Nitro, because Nitro and Biggs G, even if them there in the chat while the show are going, them always just send me the comment with the score them. So them always there in the running, because them always send them picks, you know. And some people, you know, I have to call out. My bread, my name? Eddie Gooner. Eddie Gooner go all the way down to, like, must say, Man City, Man U game, you know, and just never give me no more, you know. And he was even running for Donkey, you know. I just true the man now want to get Donkey, him never give me the whole of them in a star. It would have worth it if City did win. Believe. Yeah, man. Chile reach us, man. I can't believe, man. Chano. Red Skull. Man, I need a donkey badge. True definition of a City fan. Me did predict that I would be donkey from Friday night. What you say? We need to start a donkey prediction as well. Alright, who wanna predict forget donkey the week, yeah? Yeah, man, we might have to do it. They say donkey look like in thirsty, a big grass. A lone grassy donkey a feed pan. Jano star. Alright. I call the donkey, I give you some joke. Man. I left the donkey for a minute, you know. I'm queue up the next thing. Alright, so we want to pre the table, right? We want to see what I'm going for the league table, because some movement did occur this week. So let's see how it change up things. Alright, so the donkeys of the week. Big up on yourself. Sorry it had to be you guys, but you know, somebody I forget it every week, people. So, you know, go and laugh. It could be you next, yeah? Stay there. Yeah, man. So that is the donkey of the week and the champion. So big up to the champion again, Nitro. Yeah, man. Big up Nitro. Well done taking home the prediction trophy this week. Yes, people. We need to start document who win, you know. Come and forget out like a, you know, a end of year trophy and an end of year donkey, you know. And we have everything documented. So we can tally up people. And we can do an end of year donkey. Maybe me find the next video where the donkey I do more than just eat grass, you know. Can show him having a day of it, you know. Use the bathroom, eat the grass, drink the water, you know. Maybe find a girl, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Maybe I can't show them things on YouTube though. That might be too much. I'm not sure. What you say? We need to start predict the donkey star. We say I need Chelsea and Liverpool to drop points again. Boy, you know, Red Skull, when I notice, I'm going to stop think about any side, you know, and just know say my side need for pick up points. Yeah, that's how we need for focus on. All right, so the Premier League table, people. Yeah, because we're going to look on this, then I'm going to show on real quick and fast how the FPL week go, and then I hit that. That is true, Chile. You did win last week, so yeah, don't make the people them know. Last week the champion was Hot Chili for real. So man go from first to worst. A real City. A real City fan. All right, so this is the league table, people. This is the league table. All right, Southampton gone. The manager gone, and you can see why. 5 points still. They've been on 5 points forever since about 4 weeks ago. Wolves not much better. They won a game five games ago. 4 losses. Crazy. 9 points end up on people. Gone. So the two 19th and 20th lose them managers this week. Ipswich Town manager still safe. He's on 12 points. A step closer to safety. 18th now, but it doesn't get any easier. They host Newcastle in their next fixture. 14 points Leicester City after that 4-0 slight knock to the goal difference. They will feel like they need to get 3 points next week against Wolves. Let's see if they have any kind of new manager bounce. Will it just be an interim? Interim managers tend to do excellent in this league for some reason. So if I was Wolves, I would have an interim for about 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Then you have Everton in 16th place after their draw with Arsenal. Big point for them. Only -7, so not really looking so bad goal difference wise. So that's something to always watch at both ends of the table. How the goal difference look, because that's like an extra point sometimes in these races. They have a tough game against Chelsea, but they will host them. So let's see how that turns out for them, going in with a little more confidence after the result against Arsenal. Then we have Crystal Palace after their big win. On 16 points now. A couple of weeks ago, they were in the relegation zone. I remember telling people, listen, this team ain't going to be down here forever. They will move. And of course, they face Arsenal coming up. So they will be going into this game full of confidence after that 3-1 victory at Brighton, right? So 16 points -4 for them. 14th, West Ham, they got a point today, getting to 19 points. They will play against Brighton on the weekend. Then we have Manchester United, went from 13 to 13, amazingly. 22 points now, though, +2 on the goal difference as well. So, last year, I remember I couldn't believe that they went a whole season and they were, I think, negative or right at 0 or something. So, yeah, they are right where they are now. They have a tough fixture next week, though, against Bournemouth. Bournemouth will be traveling to Old Trafford to take them on. Then we have Newcastle up to 23 points in 12th. They actually didn't move either. So they have Ipswich next week. Hopefully they can make it 2 in a row for their sake. Brentford in 11th. They did drop a place. They are on 23 points, same as Newcastle, but they have scored more goals. So that's why they are ahead of them. Then we have Tottenham Hotspur in 10th, +17. They have a incredible goal difference when you look at those around them. 23 points for them. They have a big matchup coming up against the league leaders, Liverpool. So that will be one that we'll definitely be previewing this week on the preview show. We have Brighton in 9th on 24 points, +1 goal difference. Fulham also on 24, +2 goal difference, though they're in 8th. And we have Aston Villa just making a slide down the table down to 7th. They are on 25 points with a -1 goal difference currently. Bournemouth on the same points, but a +3 goal difference for them. So they have that tiebreaker in 6th in the Conference League spot right now. And we have the Europa League spot that would go to Manchester City. Currently, they have 27 points, +5 goal difference for them. Again, 3 losses, 1 win, and a draw in their last 5. Then we have Nottingham Forest in 4th place now after that win, 28 points, +2 goal difference. Arsenal in 3rd, 30 points, +14 goal difference, 3 wins, and those bad 2 draws in their last 5. Then we have Chelsea, best form in the league currently, 5 wins on the trot, 34 points now, +18 goal difference, and then tied on goal difference with Liverpool, 2 points behind them, and Liverpool with a game in hand, they are on 36 points. They will be facing Tottenham at the weekend. So good matchups next week. Can't wait to do that preview show. But that is pretty much the roundup of everything EPL for this week. The table getting nice and tight at the top. That's good to see. I think actually, if you're a team that's chasing, you definitely want to see at least 2 teams up there so they can kind of play off each other, and then maybe you have your sneak attack, right? So look, people, nothing will be won or lost right now, but I do think that you want to stay within striking distance. Right now, as it stands, the gap has formed between ourselves and Liverpool, especially. But again, you look at the results last week, and it's just like, okay, 2 draws in a row. That was 2 draws for us. That could have been 4 points right there made up. So you look at the difference with Chelsea. They had their 2 wins. They're 2 behind now. So it's a lot more tight, a lot more pressure on Liverpool knowing that Chelsea is there. So I think that's helpful for all the teams that are chasing to make sure that at least one of them got closer in this last run-up. And Chelsea did that. So that's good. Let's see how it goes moving forward. And of course, Friday we will be here for all the previews. Now, before we sign off, people, I'm gonna show you guys how we fared in the fantasy this week. All right. So everything should be updated at this point. So let's check it out in the league. Remember, I was leading this league last week. Let's see if I'm still there. So I had an okay week, not the best. 47 points. Biggs G, who is in second in this league, had 49. Badaman 52. Demo trying to work his way up the table. I know he was about 10th, 11th a couple of weeks back. Now he's up to 4th. Had 49 this week. So I still have about a 9-point lead. Not the biggest lead in the world, but that's okay. Duke had a good week, 63. I think that might have been the best week out of everybody. Yeah, so Duke had the best week out of everybody, but still some ways off the lead. And this was my team this week, just so you guys can see what I had on the pitch. So I started Raya, Aitnor did nothing. Timber and Vardial did well for me. Salah didn't captain. I captain Palmer this time. He didn't do anything extra. Had Saka, Semenyo, and Mitoma added to the team, thinking that they would do something against Palace. João Pedro, that was a dead move. They didn't do much. Cunha was on the score sheet, got man of the match, so that was good. So he gave me 9. Flecken, yeah, so really nothing going on. I benched Wissat, had a feeling he wouldn't score. He's been scoring most of his goals at home. So when he's at home, I usually start him. Definitely strongly considering getting rid of Pedro because I just feel like Brighton ain't really all the way going at it right now. Definitely gonna get rid of Mitoma. He was just something that I thought of in the midst of just this week, and I tried it. Semenyo, I know he hasn't been doing much, but like every overriding metric of him, it just makes sense to have him because he's leading the league in so many stats that lend itself to getting goal contribution, shots on target, touches in the box, successful take on, like everything. So I'm gonna stick with Semenyo. I think he's gonna come good for a reason one day. So I don't care. A lot of people have jumped off the train. He's gonna make a difference for me. Watch. So that was my fantasy team, like the original fantasy version where you have your money and you sort out the team. So that was how they did. 47 points, not the best week in the world, but we're still in first, so we give thanks. Then we had the fantasy draft leagues that I'm in. So I'm in 2 fantasy draft leagues. One of them, Pickpocket FC, is the name of my team. I got 51 points this week. I'm in first. This was how the team looked. So I had Verbruggen, who didn't do anything, 1 point. Gabriel did well, man of the match, clean sheet. Lewis Hall, probably the best player this week for me. I think he had 2 assists, clean sheet, man of the match, everything. So 15 points for him. Estupinian did nothing. All the Brighton people I had let me down this week. Leif Davis I had on my bench, but Welbeck didn't play, so he came in. Semenyo, Doku, Eze, and Salah, and then Havertz and Cunha up front. So that's how I got the 51 points in this league. And then in my other league I'm in, have a decent amount of lead in that league as well. And then this one, I have about a 50-point lead, but second place had a nice week of 61. Big up yourself, Philip. And then Tower LFC, But this is Crystal Ball FC. Had Raya and Cucurella, Estupinian and Dean. Johnson came in second half and got a yellow card like an idiot. Salah, Semenyo, Rogers, Cunha again, have Solanke in this one and Havertz. So I picked up Foden this week, but I never started him because I figure Foden probably going to need a little time to get back, So I'm going to hold on to Foden though, because I feel like there must be a time this season where he do something. So I'm just going to hold on until that time comes. This team though, I feel like I'm stacked in midfield, so I'm not really going to make a change right now. Foden, Rogers, Semenyo, Johnson, Salah, that's perfect. Strikers as well. Havertz kind of down right now, but I'm going to stick around with him. Cunha and Solanke can go and hold it down, and I'm going to start Foden now, so me pick 2 out of the 3 striker them based on the match up them, and yeah. And the defender them, I go start, I forgot, consider some things, because I pick up Tete, but I'm unsure, because I'm not really keep enough clean sheet and things, so I don't know. Collins, somehow him have a lot of goals and goal contribution for as a defender, so I'm going to stick with him even though I'm not get clean sheets. And Estupinian, him take a lot of set piece, so maybe I stick with him. Digne, ever since McGinn come back, it's like the man them make him take the set piece them start, and them keep clean sheets. So it's a rough one. Chelsea have some good games coming up, but now this idiot suspended for a game, so I have to go wait. So let's see. But I'm in first place in every league, people. So we are talking about some good consistency across the board. So we give thanks for that. See? Do go on vacation now. 13th to 13th. Okay, the under 21 manager is the interim. Yeah, so then we win games then because so Red Skull said me win week before. Good. Anyway, people, that's it. That's another show in the books, people. As always, a full joy bringing you this content. Love discussing the football, talking about the football, bantering with other fans. It's definitely all a part of it, people. And on my side, and trust me, when you've been an Arsenal fan for a while, these things become, you can kind of take these bad weeks with in stride, because I've gone through so many emotions with this team over the years that I'm not quite immune to it, because on the day I'm upset, but looking back, I can at least talk about it and analyze it somewhat objectively without being crazy and going nuts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I did a decent job. I think my rant was measured, even though I had some harsh things to say about the team. I think I also had some suggestions as well. So I'm trying to bring some solutions to the table, even though I'm sure Arteta don't give a damn what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyway, people, respect to everybody, all the day ones, them are always there. Big up on yourself and know on yourself. I want to big up as well, CK. Respect again. Let me put this back on screen. Yeah, man. So became a member tonight, people. That's another way you can support the channel. And every time you can drop super chat and this and that and the third. But another way you can support is become a member, people. Yes, it got take out $1.99 a month, but you don't know you support something where you see somebody where put in the work, somebody will bring something that you can enjoy as well. And it's just a way for show support and show that you respect the thing while going see. So big up yourself, CK, for becoming a member. We really do appreciate it, my brother. Yeah, man. And thanks again for everybody that turned on this and viewed. And yeah. Okay, thoughts on the Palace game Wednesday before I leave and my 11. All right, fair enough. That's going to be the last thing we'll say. So, of course, it's Carabao Cup, right? So, look, I still, no matter, I definitely want to win a trophy this season, right? So I get it. People will probably say, boy, yo, so we need to win something. But I'll be honest with you, people. I'm not going to lie to myself and tell you, if Arteta win the Carabao Cup and we don't challenge for the trophy or reach decently far in the Champions League or far in the FA Cup, I don't think him just winning a EFL Cup keeps his job, right? So with that being said, I don't really expect that he's going to go all out in this quarterfinal with this team. I think one thing that's maybe helping this is it's a home match for us. So perhaps he'll say, okay, I can trust some of the fringe players because it's a home game, maybe. Look, for me, we've seen him warming up the crap out of Tierney every game since him dip on the bench. Play Tierney. Play Kivior. Right? Play Tierney, play Kivior. I would probably still start Saliba. The only reason I would start Saliba, him pretty much fit and him just a play. Him nothing wrong with him, so play him. So play Saliba, play Kivior, play Tierney. I would start. I think Neto might be cup tied, So I don't think Neto can play. So I guess we have to start Raya in goal. Come now start Tommy set further and none of them youth there. Just play Raya and done. Right back, I'm not starting Timber. I want him to rest. So damn, do we have any other right backs we can play? My God. And I'm not starting Partey at right back either. Whoa. How this going to work? I've got to the academy for youth. All right, well, I'm starting Josh Nichols at right back. So my back four is, all right, my keeper is Raya, Josh Nichols right back, Saliba, Kivior, Kieran Tierney. That's my back line. Midfield now, Georgie, Marino, Wanieri. Up front, Sterling on the left, Saka on the right, and Jesus in the middle. That's my starting lineup. I'm still a start Saka. No rest. Saka can play every game. Yeah, that's my 11. Talking about cup. Now we know why City have been so bad. We go win the damn Community Shield. Yeah, no usually lose that for real. Bro, remember places and them are go strong. Yeah, me know, bro, but I'm in a business. But me don't want get caught up in the quarterfinal of EFL Cup and then go start a strong squad, lose, and then the man them tired a weekend. No. Just trust your squad, play some youths if you have to. Don't overdo it. But I feel like you're going to start Party right back. Him not going to start Timber. He might start back Miles a left back. But to me, play Tierney, play Kivior. The only starters who wants to start are the keeper because Neto cup tied, because I think he played for Bournemouth in this competition. And start Saka because he's Saka and clearly Saka have to damn play. And start Saliba. That's it. Those are the only three starters we want to see her play. We say, but we'll find a way to lose. But I pray not still. Wednesday. I think maybe I can, if it's a decent enough time, I might stream the match. Might be able to, but I think the timing is going to mess up because my whole heap of things are going on Wednesday. Arsenal not lose, bro. I pray. You want the fans them mad fire Arteta. That's true in a Red Skull. The pressure on Arteta right now, he might very well put out a full squad. But it's a my starting 11. So that me say. Me I think about the long road ahead, you know? And that team can beat Palace, bro. Cause all they said them are go strong. I think them are well, maybe. Because they don't really play midweek. So maybe everybody play. I think them probably start Nketiah. Him play good in him little cameo already. And it's just like Arsenal for having Eddie come back and score all a brace or some foolishness. But anyhow, people, big up on yourself. I'm going about my business, people. Them time there. Blessings, respect for all the support in the comment section. Everybody are tuning in and check in, make the show interactive and run nicely. We really appreciate it. And big up on yourself. Smash the like button on the way out. And if you're watching this on the replay, do the same. Smash a like on the video. Share the content as well. And if you're brand new to the channel, subscribe. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And until Friday, people, that's it for the EPL for the week. Of course, we have the EFL Cup games this week, so look out for some content. We'll do some football show where we just have a discussion. Definitely look out for a reasoning time episode this week as well. All right? Big up on yourself, people. Once again, I'm Jason Gooner TV. No, once again, I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And what they are under my nose, you know the rest.